guys ready to go?
Open up the loud treat for quiet treats. You like Google or research what the loudest like chip is and bring it. I'm eating it slowly though, so you can't see me.
I bet it would probably be the sun chips in those old, like, attempt to be environmentally friendly bags.
The ones that are basically just like paper.
A lot of like the paper-ish things, like they seem to be like waxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were still loud as fuck.
But it's not the bag so much I care about, it's the actual food itself.
Well, if you boys want to do spending your experience points,
Indeed.
probably have. Let's go with another 4 for the last couple of sessions.
Hooray!
Where do you write that kind of thing?
In that block that has your size, speed, and defense, the very last line in there is experience.
Okay, so I would write. What's the total number? You said 5 or
4.
4?
So add that to whatever else you have.
I don't think I had anything. Like, this is the first time we've ever dealt with experience of any kind.
I've given you experience before.
I don't know. The last time we got experience, I think, was before Ben joined in.
Oh.
I drove another character, so I might have, like, myself, I
That
may
might
have been
have been
here,
it. Yeah.
but my character, Mr. Hank Lee
Well,
Kinsley.
Why don't you take 6 then? Because I know you're a bit behind Tim here.
All right.
But now, how you spend experience points. If you want to up one of your attributes, you can do a new dot times 5. If you want to do a new skill, it's a new dot times 3. If you want to do a skill specialty, it's 3 points. If you want to do a new merit, it's new dot times 2. And if you want to up your morality, it's new dot times 3.
So the times is like how many experience points?
Whatever, like, what do you want to up and where is it? Like, if you were to up something just randomly, what would you want?
So, for example, if you're going to take on the first dot of a skill, it's 3 points.
Yeah.
If you're taking the second dot of the same skill, it's 6 points. And if you're taking the first 2 dots of one skill that you do not already have in, it would be a total of 9 points. Because it'd be 3 for the first dot and then 6 for the second dot.
To get 2 dots total.
Yep.
And so the same would work for attributes, just
Exactly.
with a different number.
Yeah. It's
Multiply
5
it.
dots.
5 experience for 1 dot.
Yep. Well,
So to get, say, a third bubble in
in
an
an attribute,
then you'd
it'd be
have
15.
to have 15
Yep.
experience points.
That is correct. Yeah, and I think James Morningstar has learned a thing or two about firearms lately.
It goes boom.
Yeah.
Make sure it's loaded when you clean it. Wait, no.
Might as well operate that way. You don't have the armory book with fencing in there, do you? I was reloaded. God damn it.
It's okay. Just roll this dice right here.
No. God damn it, Ben.
For one, it's not a D10.
Cthulhu dice.
And another, you'd knock the hat off of the wizard.
Wizard hat.
Well, it's
Is
a
it-
wizard hat in so much that it's a hat owned by a wizard. But it's not the typical, like conical hat that you would expect a wizard to be wearing.
Are those actually Legos or no? They look kind of...
No, they're from the Kinder Eggs.
Mm.
Yeah, they're basically just like little crayons. So you take the hats off, and got a little colored knob on that, which effectively accomplishes nothing. You can just barely see the green mark there. So yeah, this bastard is green. This motherfucker here is yellow. Yeah, yellow.
How much were the merits?
2 dots. Or sorry,
Two
two
experience points?
times the dots. Damn it, did I make it on here? I want to say at some point I had basically made like a menu for the merits. And I can't remember where I would have put it. Not there. All right. I think I may have put it on the iPad we're recording on.
I don't know.
So, what merits do you have anyway?
The merits is status, police, quick draw, resources, and kung fu.
You have Kung Fu? And we've
Yep.
been sucking ass that hard in combat? What the hell's wrong with you?
Kung fu deals with hand-to-hand combat, not like guns, which I've been using.
You could have... What?
They're shooting bullets, Tim. Typically you don't want to just run up and, try and punch them whilst being filled full of lead.
Except that may be exactly what you want to do. Although I forget how Kung Fu works in this game.
I only have 1 dot in that.
Oh, yeah, but with the Kung Fu, does that give him some sort of, like, maneuver or something? Or... Because I want to say with, like, the boxing, it gives you a specific, like, move that you can do. I can't remember if that's the same with Kung Fu.
Focused attack.
Yeah, because you might actually have a special, like, technique or something that you could be doing that might be more beneficial than firing a gun.
That like somehow gives me like almost a guaranteed damage every time.
No, it's if you want to aim at something specific, the penalties are reduced by 1.
That's not bad.
And
If you want to aim at something specific, like a body part, or
like if you said, like, instead of saying I want to punch them, you said I want to punch their hand, I would probably be like, okay, that's going to be a -3, but for you it'd be -2. And then you can reduce armor penalties by 1.
But that's all of that is only for hand-to-hand stuff,
Yes.
right? What would be counted? Like, what attribute would I be rolling for hand-to-hand?
Strength and brawl.
Strength.
Do you have something in Brawl?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
I think I got, like, I tried to set up those points and, like, to benefit his, like, in case he's too close and, like, disarmed or whatever. Like,
Right. No, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. How
But
many
the
dots do you have
strength
in
is the
Brawl?
only problem. There's 2 dots in Brawl.
Oh. So,
I
yeah.
may- I may have fared a little bit better in that bar fight
Yeah,
forever ago.
maybe. You bastard.
I don't know,
Anyway.
though. Rolls depending
Yeah, but rolling 4 dice.
is a
Yeah.
better chance than...
Yeah, would have been all right.
I'm trying to figure out what I could put points in, because for the attributes, I don't have enough to
Yeah.
put anything in there. I'd have to save up and not use anything this turn.
Well, I mean, you don't have to spend any experience points right now. And with 6, you know, if you needed to, that could get you a second dot in a skill. But
You said I could get a second dot?
Yeah.
For the skill?
Or-
Mm,
I don't know, maybe if you were studying your Kung Fu books some more. Because that would be, what, 4 points for the second dot of Kung Fu form? You say it was 2 dot? Or 2 times the new
3.
dot? 3? Oh.
So 5 would.
Huh? It's 3...
3 times the new dot. So if you want to pick up a second dot in Kung... Oh, no, it's...
Yeah, because I thought before you said it was 2 times the new dot.
It probably is... No, yeah, 2 for merits, 3 for attributes. Yes.
2 for merit, so that'd be 4
Yeah.
to get the second dot.
And then what would the second dot in Kung Fu be? Is that just another thing, or would it...
That'd just be 4, because that's the merit.
No, I mean like the actual dot. Like what benefit would that give you?
Oh. Here, look it up.
All right. Merits. Where are the merits? Those are skill things.
How often have you guys got involved in hand-to-hand combat? Or has it tended to be mostly gunfights?
Well, no, it's only been gunfights recently. And in fairness, it's mostly because recently we've actually had guns. That's pretty much it. Because, I mean, before, we just, we didn't really have any weapons, so... Like, in the beginning, we were fighting more so with, hand-to-hand.
So are you saving or holding off to try and get the fencing thing, or...
Well, I picked up a dot in firearms. Because it makes sense that,
if you're using them all the time?
Yeah, James would have learned something. Okay, so...
So
here we go.
You're used like a couple. You use 3 dots and then are just saving the rest, or 3 experience and are saving the rest.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. What does this kung fu do?
So, the second dot of Kung Fu gives you Iron Skin. Your character has hardened his body to physical blows, allowing him to withstand repeated hits with minimal effect. He has an effective armor trait of 1 against bashing attacks only.
Immortal.
Well, not quite. But it would be helpful.
Is that like a constant thing, or...
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, anytime like a person hits you, like with a fist or a blunt weapon that would deal bashing damage normally, you would ignore that damage.
Okay. That would use 4 experience points to get that, correct?
Yep.
Should I have before I splurge and get that? Because it does sound nice. Is there anything else that one might think I could need?
Well, I mean, at this point, we basically need to rationalize anything that we buy.
We don't have to, but it would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I normally try to. Just because I feel that helps more with the storytelling. So. But, I mean, you can take a look through that.
Rationalize, you might, like, instead of...
Well, I mean, like I said, I could have picked up pretty much anything, with the points I just spent. But, again, since James has been using firearms for the last few days, he's developed a rudimentary comprehension of how they work. So I picked up a dot in firearms to represent that new acquired skill.
And, I mean, ultimately, yeah, it will help you, but you can explain why you got it as well.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just do it whatever you want.
Sure, but I mean, like, I'm asking you, though, like, is there anything maybe, like, that seems like would make sense for me to get, or something that would, like, punish me by not getting?
No, I mean, at this point, because it's still early on for Hank. So, I mean, anything could help. Nothing is really going to hinder you.
But there's nothing that you're like, ooh, based on what's happened so far, you really need X.
Nah, because, I mean, Hank was already pretty well built for the combat that we've been experiencing and will probably experience in the very near future. So if you're not sure, I mean, I would say just hold off then and hang on to those experience points. And then I will get you a copy of the books so you can kind of look it over and start reading up some more on some of these things.
So the Kung Fu thing doesn't seem exceedingly necessary.
Well, again, it could be helpful, but, ultimately it is your choice. I'm just saying, if you wanted to wait and do some reading and really see what your options are, I would say do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll look some of that stuff over later.
Yeah, before you take off tonight, I'll open up the computer or I'll show you how to find the PDFs for these books, so you can download them yourself and just peruse them as you will.
Do you have to work tonight?
I do. But, like I said, I dozed off for a little while
Peruse.
when I got home, so.
Which, I wouldn't hold that against you, because sleep is...
Well, I mean, like, I didn't mean to. I got home, and I changed real quick, and I just laid down on my bed for about 2 minutes, because I was still listening to...
quotes on 2 minutes.
What? Shut up. That's how it started, was 2 minutes. Because I was listening to Joe Rogan, because he had Nikki Glaser on, and she is hilarious. She's one of my favorites. And I was listening to that podcast, and next thing I know, it's like 20 minutes later, and I could not get out of bed at all. And I was still listening to the same podcast because those Joe Rogan episodes tend to go pretty long. If you're not familiar.
Not exceptionally so.
Yeah. Yeah, most of his episodes are like 2-3 hours long.
Ouch. It's like the Critical Role podcasts. Those are 2 to 3 hours long per. Speaking of which, they said they're doing a Wendy's.
Yeah,
Thing
I saw
on
that
Thursday.
in the article.
I was like, ugh, they're going to beat us to it. But
Yeah.
That's fine. Kind of hard. They're going to get like a lot of publicity just because of
Yeah,
they've been going for a while and
I know.
have big names on their podcast.
I know.
Benefit of living in Cali.
Well,
Connections.
I mean, they just have a better setup than we do.
And yeah, they were funded for a while by,
Well,
I can't remember.
the big. No, I don't know. I would think the big thing there is just that many of them are known performers and
Yeah.
actors. So, with an established fan base drawing to a new project like that.
Do they have Friedel on there?
Who?
Will Friedel? I can't remember. He's doing that kind of stuff, but I can't remember if...
I don't know, but he and Kevin Conroy are at some convention because I guess they just released Batman Beyond on Blu-ray,
Yeah.
the complete series.
I think I have the DVDs of it, but yeah. I was watching that over again because I bought them. Oh, man.
I know. I mean, Batman Beyond was not quite as good as the animated series, but it was still really good. I like that one a lot.
And Gargoyles. Oh, man.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I think I'll save my points until I had a chance to look over stuff.
Cool.
Is there... I guess for the sake of not like in the middle of combat or something like, wait, I want to use my points.
Yeah, I forget. Is there a way to use experience points in this game to like affect dice rolls or anything like that? You know, for example, in combat?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I told you guys, but there is the willpower.
Oh, yeah.
You spend a dot of willpower to get 3 dice for any roll, but then you become more susceptible to other people telling you what to do.
Cool. I always forget about that. God damn. All right.
Okay, is that something you can buy more of? More willpower? Like
Yeah, I think you can.
imagine it's expensive, but
I know you have to...
I want to say
I give you the book.
right there. Was it like 7 experience times a new dot?
No, I don't think there is a way you can buy.
I could
Willpower.
have sworn.
is it based off of like
I think it's if I remember right, it's mostly based off in-game stuff.
the willpower? It's not based like
There's morality.
health is based off of your attributes, right?
Yeah, it's based off of...
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, all this stuff is to start. So,
And what is the morality? Like, how does that affect?
Oh, we should probably do that because you guys shotguns and stuff.
yeah, but it was in self-defense.
Still shot people. Still killed people.
In self-defense.
We actually killed people?
You did kill people. Stamina and your size are your health. Anyway.
Doesn't your screen here have, like, the whole little thing that says what, you know, like, experience point costs for things?
They should make it a thing, if not.
Well, I'm just thinking because I thought I saw something like that on the vampire screen.
Nope.
Oh. Well, shit.
Different game, different setup, I'd imagine. Is
Well-
it supposed to be the same company?
Yeah,
No.
it is the same. It's
It-
actually the same world.
It's a... I guess you could say it's a supplement.
Okay. Tim, what's your morality at?
6 with mild depression.
Wait.
Roll 3 dice.
Yeah, you know this is a fantasy game because the depression is mild.
Right? I was like, shouldn't that be more?
1 success.
You rationalize that you killed those people in self-defense.
Yeah, because that's what I said.
Hank,
7?
what's your morality?
7?
Roll 4 dice.
Yeah, because this is your first time having to do any of this, huh?
Two successes?
You rationalized away your bad feelings about shooting people.
I was going to say, he's a cop, so it probably wasn't that hard.
Another day on the job. Record number. Only shot 2 people today.
I'm down on my quota.
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't need to take that joke any further. Mostly because social events have done it for us. Although not lately. I haven't kept up with the news lately, but I don't think there's been anything...
I haven't kept up with the news because I want to keep a gun out of my mouth.
I hear they taste great, though.
I used to think shotgun barrels were super salty. Then I realized I only had one in my mouth when I was crying.
All right.
You said morality is something you can improve with experience points?
Yeah, your morality, but not your willpower. Willpower, you have what you have, and you usually use it and gain it through following your... Well, you can gain 1 through indulging in your vice, but you can gain full by indulging your virtue.
But you can never, build number of thoughts. You can just
No.
replenish.
I think you can... Let me double check. Because I think it's also built up on stats, so... Yeah, if you up your resolve or your composure, you can gain willpower.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Fair
That's
enough.
how those...
I was
okay.
I figured it was built the same way as health was, just different attributes. Which composure seems to be one that eventually might be
Yeah,
beneficial.
well, might be helpful for us.
What's in composure? What's in composure? What's in
Yeah, I think I need to build up my resolve.
How often do you end up rolling on resolve? Just, I guess, on tasks that are...
Well, I can't remember. Is that what we were rolling when I was, when I first took that extra damage that got me into the danger zone?
Stamina.
Stamina? Oh.
Resolve is usually you're defending against something.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Oakley dokley.
Well then.
It's a pretty decent metal band.
Wait, what?
It's a Ned Flanders tribute metal band.
I've seen that on Facebook. I haven't heard any of their music. but
Oakley dokley?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, my friend has been recording his podcast here, the Big Wet Podcast. And the last show we recorded, we had local comedians Tanner Nicholson and Aaron Orlovitz in here to kind of discuss the virtues of each hip hop and metal. And at some point, I forget how we got there, but the conversation shifted to President Obama. I think maybe it was Tanner or Andy. Someone had asked it whether President Obama listened to metal music. So I Googled it. And, I just Googled, does Obama listen to metal? And the first result that came up was an NPR article, the headline of which read, President I believe it said President Obama is familiar with the Finnish metal scene. Are you?
What?
Which I felt was a little bit aggressive for an NPR article. But yeah,
Gotta call me out like that?
yeah. So I wouldn't claim he's a fan, but I mean he's listened to it, I would imagine. All right.
Who and the what now?
Oh, President Obama is familiar with the Finnish metal scene, according to NPR.
How familiar?
I didn't.
Still to be known.
I didn't take the time to actually read the article. I was working the board, so producing, as it were.
Finns are. I mean, when the main job of the Finland's park rangers is to go find metal bands that got lost while taking their album photos.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Foley, right there.
Yeah, there's some of your Foley, whatever that can be.
I'll figure out something. Don't you fret.
Well, I mean, I would have put water in from your faucet, but you need to do your damn dishes.
All right. I'll isolate that later.
You heard the bottle, like the plastic.
Yeah. So yeah, the other day at work, I had the like plastic backings off of some, basically pamphlets that we were attaching to product. And I noticed that when they crumpled together, they made a really like good solid static sound. So I grabbed a bunch and brought them home and then recorded like 10 or 15 seconds of that. Yeah.
I mentioned you'll have to let me know when you start. Like, you have to let us know when you start using the Foley, like where you end up using it.
Well,
Or you're trying to build up more of a library of sounds before you kind of really tackle that.
I mean, I need to just get off my ass and start recording shit. But I mean,
that's the Foley option too.
I mean, he still needs to get off his ass and clean his apartment too. So.
Yeah, maybe after I walk to work, work a full day and then walk home, I'll get it right on that.
Well, I mean, you didn't do it when you had a car.
I know. The whole car thing is really pissing me off. I hate not being able to drive. But anyway, because Lauren has been writing some stuff lately, and he and I were talking about recording it as like a radio play.
Writing like what?
Can
you say it yet?
He said he had started writing a screenplay, and Noah is not a big character, but Noah's in there.
Noah.
Yeah. So I don't know any more than that. But yeah. I've got a soundboard app on one of my iPads, so when I get to it, I'll record, like re-record these sounds onto this iPad under buttons so that, while we're recording like actual like story things, like scripted stuff, then
so you can plan.
Yeah. Exactly. I can block out what sound effects where, and then as we're recording I can add them in. Yeah, it'll be fun.